So excited about youth group. Oh man, this is gonna be great. Get to have some fun, get to play some games, get to hear us speaking. Oh, can't wait. It's gonna be so exciting. Oh yeah. Oh, wait a minute. We're almost here. We're almost here. Almost here. Look. Oh. Oh, yeah. All right. All right. Wait. Um, um, I guess I'm gonna have to find things to do myself. Oh, ping pong. All right, let's see. Spin or speed? I think we'll do speed. Oh, man. Here we go. Wow. All right, I'm ready for you. Go ahead. Here we go. Aha. Oh, man. Ha. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Too bad I don't have any real competition. Hey guys, welcome. Glad you are here. Well, not really, but we'll imagine that you're here. I'm sure it's getting kind of chaotic at the houses. Being stuck at home, it's bad. Luckily, my job allows me to continue working, so that's cool. So anyhow, I wanted to be able to get in front of you guys and give you your time. I want you guys to have your service, even though you can't be here. I still want you guys to be able to stay in the Word. I hope you guys have been joining me on my morning podcasts. If you go to Spotify, you can look up Jason Sherwin or LWBC Youth. That also has, it's got my morning podcast that I've been sending out for the scriptures that I've been reading and stuff. It kind of gives you the context, the verses around the one verse that I'm sending out, so you guys can get into that as well. But tonight we're going to be jumping into the coronavirus quarantine versus Exodus of the Israelites. This morning, my verse that I sent out talked about the Israelites complaining, and that's kind of where we're going to hit. I think our first instinct when we come to something like this is we start complaining. Man, I can't believe the stores are closed. I can't believe I can't go over to my friend's house. Can't believe we can't go to church. I can't believe we get complaining about everything, and we're just like, we're all about me. It's all about me. Well, Christina was reading something to me earlier, and it was really cool because it was talking about the community, talking about what they're doing for others at this time. Being able to that young people are helping the ones that can't get out. They're going and running errands and stuff. There's hospitals that are being able to reach out. There's ships that are actually filling their facilities with medical equipment so that there's more places to work on these people and have quarantine actually work. There's restaurants that are providing food for young people that can't get food otherwise. There's just all kinds of people reaching out, and it's really cool to see that. I hope that you're a part of that. But we're going to kind of jump into what the Israelites did when they were getting out of Egypt. So I'm going to set the scene here. We got the Israelites have been captive, and they are slaves of the Egyptians. And basically, you've got a ruler over the Israelites that is actually trying to make things harder on the Israelites because the Israelites are growing. They're growing at a rate that is actually a little scary for the Egyptians because they're worried that, all right, this nation gets too big, we can't control them. So anyhow, in comes Moses onto the scene. And that's a whole nother story of how he was born into this, and how he ends up being out of it. But we're going to talk about him coming back in. He comes back into the scene. God says, I need you to go to rescue my people. He says, hey, I'm not worthy. I can't do this. God says, you can do it with me. He says, all right, whatever. So he goes out and he goes to Pharaoh and he says, you need to let my people go. Pharaoh says, no, this is my workforce. I don't want my people to have to work like these guys are. So finally, after God sends hail, he sends lightning, he sends frogs, he sends bloody waters, all these different things. He kills the firstborn of everybody. So the Israelites are seeing all this happen. They're seeing God's hand of judgment on the Egyptians for keeping them in slavery. So finally, the Pharaoh says, fine, get out. So all the Israelites gather all their stuff together, and they head out. And they get down to the Red Sea. And God tells Moses, all right, stop here and camp here. So they do. It's interesting of the word, the way the words are, because it actually says that God hardened Pharaoh's heart. So actually God caused Pharaoh to say, what did I do? That was really stupid. I just let all my workforce go. And so the Egyptians decide, all right, well, we're going to go back and get these Israelites and bring them back. So that's where we're going to pick up at, is the Israelites are camping at the Red Sea. So they're kind of stuck. The Red Sea's behind them and there's nowhere to go. And all of a sudden, they see the Egyptians coming. The Egyptians, they're the Egyptian army, and they start freaking out. So we're going to go ahead and start Exodus chapter 14, verses 10 through 15. Who wants to read this? Oh, that's right. You're not here. So y'all are going to have to put up with me, my slow reading, as I read these scriptures to you. You got them on the board so you can actually read ahead of me if you're faster at the reading than I am. But I'll go ahead and read it. Here we go. Verse 10. Exodus chapter 14, verses 10 through 15. As Pharaoh approached, the people of Israel looked up and panicked when they saw the Egyptian overtaking them. They cried out to the Lord, and they said to Moses, why did you bring us out here to die in the wilderness? Weren't there enough graves for us in Egypt? What have you done to us? Why did you make us leave Egypt? Didn't we tell you this would happen while we were still in Egypt? We said, leave us alone. Let us be slaves to Egyptians. It's better to be a slave in Egypt than a corpse in the wilderness. But Moses told the people, don't be afraid. Just stand still and watch the Lord rescue you today. The Egyptians you see today will never be seen again. The Lord himself will fight for you. Just stay calm. The Lord said to Moses, this cracks me up. Why are you crying out to me? Tell the people to get moving. I'm thinking about what Moses might have been thinking. God, do you realize we got water behind us, and you got Egyptians in front of us? Where you want us to move? It's like blocks both way, But what we see over and over is God telling the Israelites to do something, them saying, ah! And then God saying, watch. Yeah, we like that, yeah. But the thing is, we see this over and over again, and we're actually going to be looking at different scriptures where this exact scenario happens over and over again. So in this scenario, the Egyptians are coming. There's water behind them. God says, just move. Just move. And so God then finally says, all right, this is how you move. Moses, touch the water will part, and the Israelites get to walk across. So think about this. The Israelites are watching. They're panicking. Then they see their way of escape. They see the hand of God again. So they saw all of these plagues. They saw the hand of God of judgment on that. Now they see the hand of mercy for them. The hand of God being merciful and showing them a way, spreading it out. And they walk across, and that's awesome. And it actually says it's on dry ground. They walk across on dry ground. So they walk all the way across. They get this entire Israelite people crosses this area. They're on the other side, and they're watching as the Egyptians are still coming. And remember that verse, it says, the Lord himself will fight for you. Just stay calm. They get to the other side. The Egyptians are coming through, and God just goes, I'm done. And the water, pow, smashes together, crashes, kills every one of them. Remember, he also said, the Egyptians you saw, you'll never see them again. That's what he was saying. He said, I'm going to bury them under the water. They're not going to be seen ever again. That's the power of God. Right now, guys, I know this coronavirus, it seems like it's going to destroy everything. Like it's taking over everything. It's like running out of control. But guess what? It's not. It's in control. It's in God's control. The Egyptian army was in God's control. He said, you can come this far. Once you get this far, you're done. If you come here, no more. This virus can only go as far as God allows it. So what are we supposed to do? It says right there, number one, stay calm. Stay calm. Know that God is in control. Then the next thing, that second part of it says, now move. So what are we supposed to move? What are we supposed to be doing right now? You're like, all right, Jason, how am I supposed to move? I can't leave my house. I can't go to school. I can't go to church. Guys, that's not the only way that you can learn about God. That's not the only way that you can learn, period. You're finding that out. Most of your classes are online now. You're having to get online. We're putting this type of stuff online for you. But guess what? You can also learn it yourself. Get into the Word. My line that I say every morning on my podcast, the ending, it says, and also stay in the Word. Stay in the Word. Get in the Word. Get into the Bible and start reading it. Get to know God. Okay, so at this point, the Egyptians, the Israelites, they just saw the Egyptians get destroyed. They saw that they were walking across. They're like, wow, we know the power of God. And it's awesome because they write a really cool song. And they sing this song to God. And it's really cool. And then we go to chapter 16. Now, let me set this up. This is literally 1 month. 1 month after they've just seen all of this happen. They've just seen everything, God's hand being so control and the power that God has. And 1 month later, after God says, be calm, they start freaking out again. They're like, in verse 2, it says, there too, the whole community of Israel complained about Moses and Aaron. If only the Lord had killed us back in Egypt, they moaned. There we sat around pots filled with meat and ate all the bread we wanted. But now you have brought us into the wilderness to starve us all to death. They're like, We don't got no food. My stomach's growling. And the whole time God is saying, hey, I told you, just be calm. I got this. I got this. But they're just all freaking out. And then they come to Moses, which is, I really, at points like this, I'm like, Moses must have been like, what do you want me to do? How am I supposed to do something here? And so Moses cries to God, and God says, all right, here's what's going to happen. Wake up tomorrow morning, and you're going to see my hand. I'm going to provide food for you. And so God shows manna. He gives manna to the people, and he gives them a way to eat, something to eat. And again, the hand of God, the power of God being showed. And they're still not satisfied. Because just the next chapter, one chapter over, it says, so once more, the people complained against Moses. Give us water to drink, they demanded. Now that's something that I just, in Moses' scenario, I'm just like, wow. The thoughts that had to go through Moses' mind at this point, I'd be like, you know what, forget these people, I'm out of here, I ain't gonna put up with this. But Moses is like, all right, quiet, Moses replied. Why are you complaining against me? And why are you testing the Lord? Now that's the big one. Complain against me. It's one thing to come to me and say, you know what, Jason, I just don't care about your teaching. You're boring, whatever. But you know what? You better not say, you know what, Jason, when you read the Bible, that's just boring to me. Whoa. Stop there. Because now you're complaining against God's word. And that's something that we got to be careful about, because that's what the Israelites kept doing. And at the end of this lesson, I'm going to show you the verse that sums up all of what's happened. It's actually a very scary thought process. But it goes, but in verse, let's see. And why are you testing the Lord? Then we go to verse 3. But tormented by thirst, they continued to argue with Moses. Why did you bring us out of Egypt? Are you trying to kill us, our children, and our livestock with thirst? They've seen the hand of God. They've seen the hand of God against when somebody wasn't doing what they commanded. Why weren't they afraid of that at this point? Satan does a great job of making you believe that your needs are more important than God. That your needs are more important than, matter of fact, anybody else's. Because that's what this virus is all about. That's what's the problem with people not quarantining, not staying away. They're like, you know what? It's too important. I've got to go do this. I've got to do this. I've got to do this. Well, by doing that, you're putting people at risk. But it's all about us. And we find the Israelites are just like that. It's all about me. Come on, I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. It's all about me. And God's saying, no. It's all about God. At this time in our country, we need to be pointing people to God and saying, you know what? This isn't about us. This is about God. What does God want? What does he need? But instead, the Israelites were like, they're freaking out. Oh my goodness, God can't take care of us. What are we going to do? A month after they've seen these amazing miracles. We're going to go on. So then we go to Exodus 32, a little bit down the road. When the people saw how long it was taking Moses to come back down from the mountain. All right, so I'm going to set this up. So Moses tells the people, all right, I'm going to go up on this mountain. God's going to give me the rules for us to live by. God's going to give us what he expects of us as his people. how to please him. I'm going to go up on the mountain and I'm going to get these rules for you. So he goes up onto the mountain and the people are like, he ain't back yet? Dang, it's a hair past a freckle. I can't believe he hasn't come back yet. And then they get upset and they're like, again, it's all about me. It's all about me. When the people saw how long it was taking Moses to come back down the mountain, they gathered around Aaron and said, come on, they said, make us gods who can lead us. We don't know what happened to this fellow Moses who brought us here from the land of Egypt. This is where it gets scary because they've completely forgot about God. They're saying that Moses was the one that brought them. No. God brought them. Everything in your life happens in God's timeline. This did not surprise God. This virus did not surprise God. But yet, we start freaking out about it. And this is the final one. Numbers chapter 14, verses 29 and 30. This is where the Israelites get their judgment. This is where God says, this is it for you. Because of this, he says, you will all drop dead in this wilderness because you complained against me. Not because you complained against Moses, not because you tricked Aaron into making your gold stuff, because you complained against me. Every one of you who is 20 years old or older and was included in the registry will die. Basically, he's saying anybody that started out in the wilderness and were the ones that were complaining the most, those are the ones that will not make it out. Now, there was two men that God says, these two men, they are going to make it. And that's because they were the two spies that went into the land. And when they came back, they said, we can do this. We can take this land. We can do this. When all the other 10 said, no, wait a minute, there's giants, there's this, there's that, there's all these obstacles, we're nobodies. They said, with God, we can do this. They were the ones that put their faith in God. During this time, during this crazy, crazy time in this world, who are you going to be? Are you going to be one of those ones that's complaining against God? Are you going to be the one that says, you know what, this is too big for us. We're going to die. We're all going to die. We'll never have things good again. Or are you going to be the one that says, hey, God's got a plan for us and he's going to make it happen. We just have to go through it. What are you? Where do you stand? Because these ones that stood with the other 10, they all died. They never got to see God's promise. We want to see God's promises. We want to have God's mercy and God's awesome power shown in our lives. So as we're going through this, let's take that first advice. Stand still and be merciful and pray. Pray for this nation. Pray for your teachers. Pray for those that are trying to fix the problem. They're trying to get a cure. They're trying to just make things work. Stay in God's word and just stay. Just stand.